Welcome to Breaking News Wahala. Today, we have a very special guest. Over the past few weeks, we have reported news on LGBTQI matters when it comes to ketos and setup. The rate of keto has increased in Nigeria, and sadly, some of us have become victims and survivors. My guest today is one of those survivors who is speaking up at this time.
You,
Divine Francis.
Divine Francis, which state you come from?
Ebonyi State.
Ebonyi State. Okay. Now, we don't see you now. What do they do? Talk am. What do they do?
I be homosexual.
Divine, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Good evening. Tell us a little bit about what happened in your case.
Okay. So on the 16th of November, around 7:26 a.m. So my friend visited us Friday night. So that morning he left to work. So after we saw him off
Hold up, guys. Just backtrack. Where did all this happen? Tell us which of the victims were you, because we had the 3 boys who were arrested in Benin. We have the 4 boys who were also paraded in Benin. So just give us a briefing of your own case.
Okay. So it happened at Upper.
Okay.
Issues with the guy a few months ago about, like, the guy asked me out a few months ago. So I told him I didn't know what he was talking about because I never wanted to like have anything to do with the guys. So they just...
Do you remember the name of this guy?
I not really, because we just talked and everybody went their way. Yeah.
So he did not come up to you and say, "Hey, my name is so and so."
No.
So how did he stop you? He just randomly just stopped you on the road?
It was at a party. So I was the one that covered the event. So while I was sharing food for people, that is when I met him. So it was like, you've not given me food though. So I went back to the house and I brought out food and drink and I gave it to the guy. So as I was trying to give him the food, he held my hand. So for some seconds, I was like, bros, you are still holding my hands. So he said that he wants to talk to me. So from there, we wasn't able to talk that day. So some other day, he met me inside a tricycle. So it was like, I should give him my number. So I gave him my number. He chatted me on WhatsApp. So when we was talking on WhatsApp, it was like, he likes me, stuff like that. And I was like, bro, sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. So...
And who is this guy we are talking about? How can people know who you're saying? Because, like, we know you're talking about the guy. Is the guy one of the persons in the videos that flogged you? Is the guy... Who is this guy?
Yeah, the guy is one of those guys that appeared in the video. He was the one that was holding my legs. The guy on black shirt.
The guy on the black shirt. So you're saying that this guy on the black shirt, whose name we are not disclosing for security reasons, met you at a friend's party, right?
Yes.
And you were covering the party. Were you the videographer? How do you mean you were covering the party?
Okay, I was the caterer.
You were the caterer. So you were serving food at this party. And did you have other people sharing food, or you were the only one sharing the food?
I had other people sharing food.
And then he approached you and he said he would like to talk to you. And he would like to have a kind of friendship with you, right?
Yes.
So how did he get to know about you, or why did he get that notion that you I don't want to assume you're queer, and I don't want to ask you that question on camera because I know how unsafe Nigeria is, but why did he perceive that maybe you are rolling that way? Not to use the word agege, but you are rolling in that manner. How did he perceive that?
Okay, I think it's because I'm feminine, so that is why.
So you're feminine. When you mean you're feminine, do you wear wigs? Do you have nails? How feminine are you? Is it your walking step? Not to stress you, but I'm only saying this just because of documentative purposes, so that those who are watching us will know what aspect we are coming from. I can't just assume that everybody knows what feminism or what it means to be a feminine person, because like right now, as you see me, I have my hair made, I have a nose ring, and people could say this acts as feminism, and I also have a feminine jacket on. So when you say feminine, how do you mean?
It's from my walking steps.
It's from your working. You were not wearing heels. You are not a cross dresser. You have no makeups on. Just because you walk feminine, they approached you. Carry
Yeah.
on.
So that is it. I don't normally put on makeup. It's just my walking steps and maybe sometimes my voice. Yeah. So
These
that's
are
how.
things you don't have any control over, because one, your voice, it's God who gave you your voice. You can't start changing your voice. Especially, we know so many people who have feminine voice who sing. Even Whiskey is one of the people who have a feminine voice, and we see Whiskey, everybody praise Whiskey. Nobody goes to assault Whiskey. You're getting. Go on.
So after everything, we talked on WhatsApp and I denied the proposal. I told him that I didn't know what he was talking about. So months later, I had an alopecia, so I lost my hair. Then I cut it. So
You have
that
alopecia. What's
I
alopecia?
had alopecia, like I was losing my hair. It gets to a
Okay.
point I started losing my hair, so I had to cut it. So that period I cut my hair, so many of the boys attacked me because there was like, you look like woman, like you look like female, you look like female, you behave like a girl. So I had to travel that period because the homophobic guys, like there were being a lot of homophobic guys around me. Sorry. So I had to travel to my village. So I stayed in my village for some weeks
So
to regain.
where did you move from now? Did you move from Benin or Sepele? I don't know the states in Nigeria. So where did you move from? Like,
Okay, sorry, come again.
where did you move from? You said you had to move from where you were staying to your village. Where did you move from? Not giving us your street,
Okay,
not
I
giving us
moved.
your house, but just the state or the
Okay, I moved out of the state. Yeah, I moved
where?
from state to Ebonyi State.
From where?
From Edo State to Ebonyi
So
State.
you moved from Edo State to Ebonyi State. Okay, go on.
Yes. So after the treatment, though I had a treatment with some native drugs, some herbal drugs, sorry. So after some weeks, I came back to Benin. So when I came back, I already regained my hair. So one day, as
I
I
will just
was,
pause for 1 minute. So you should be right back. Thank you very much. Your videos is going to start very soon. Right back. Before you get back to your videos, I just want to let you know that the suspect in this video has been arrested last week Friday in collaboration with our partners. I want to say a very big thank you to our partners who have helped us in Nigeria. We also want to say a very big thank you to the Nigerian police, and we also want to urge that viewers, you watching behind these cameras, you can also assist us in one way or the other. The first way you could assist us is, one, we have a petition that needs to be signed. I'm aware that people in Canada can't see the petition, but please, you who can see the petition, please sign the petition. The second thing is with your finance. We need your finance because we cannot bring survivors just on our cameras without giving them something, a compensation. We have to help them with their medical bills. Some of them have to go through therapy. Some of them have to go for their hospital to treat their wounds. As you can see in this video, they were flogged, and some of them need a safe place to live. We also need fees for their legal team. We need fees to charge these people to court. There are so many ways you can help us. Our GoFundMe will be up and available. I hate doing GoFundMe because the one thing I hate is to ask people for money. But you and I all know that the churches you go to, you put offerings, you pay tithe. You and I know all the parties you go for, you pay for those parties. Even your food, you pay for your food. So please, 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 $2, $1 is not too much to ask. That's just your Tim Hortons coffee. That's just your McDonald's coffee. That's just a coffee. We just want coffee a day. You can help us do much that is needed for LGBTQI persons living in developing countries and living in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
I came back a few weeks later. Then some guys was like, you're already back, stuffs like that. So that I just woke up that morning that thing happened, because actually after the hair issue, they made some videos about me. When I came back, they was like asking me why I traveled. I had to explain to them the reason why I traveled. And some weeks later, one of them stopped me at the road, and it was like, you still haven't changed this your character of behaving like a female. And I was like, it's not my fault, but I'm trying to work towards it. Like, I'm trying to change. We had some issues that day. They interrupted me, some insulted me. Then I went home. I complained to my friend, like I reported the issue to my friend, because my friend is the owner of the house. One of my friends is the owner of the house. I reported to him. I told him everything that happened. So
what about sorry,
what that happened?
But what about your mom? Wait, Divine. What about your mom? What about your family? What about your family? Do they know where was your family when all this was happening to you? When you were attacked by homophobes, when the street boys began to assault you because you're feminine? Where is your mom? Where is your dad? Where is your siblings? Do you have any?
Okay. I lost my parents 3 years ago.
You lost your both parents 3 years ago?
Yes. And also my elder brother.
I'm so sorry. My condolences. Carry on. Do you need the time? Do you need the time to breathe? Are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
You sure? Sorry about that. Okay. I know this is hard. I'm sorry. I know this is hard on you. And I just want people who will be watching this video to see the danger and to see the harm they do to people. They do to humans. They do to people who are different, just because they are given a little position in their locality, just because they are elected, not elected, just because they are privileged. People who are privileged, people who are heartless, people who have no remorse, because a person has no father, a person has no mother, a person has nobody from their family who can speak to them. They don't have nobody in the Senate. They don't have no politicians in their house, lawyers or anything. And because you feel like a person, and you feel like a person is all by themselves, you do this to another person. It is appalling. We'll be right back. My name is Henry, and this is one-on-one segment on Qrealtalk Breaking News Wahala. We have unfortunately lost the network in Nigeria. I will have to give them a call, and we'll be right back. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please take this minute to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I don't think Divine can carry on with this interview, because I can see how Divine is back. I can see how emotional this interview is turning. And honestly, I do not want to put Divine. So Divine, welcome back. Sorry, I don't want to put Divine in so much. I don't want to put you, Divine. I don't want to put you in a very uncompromising, a very vulnerable state. But honestly, I do understand where and how you feel. But just because of the nature of this interview, I just want you to carry on. Tell us, let's just go. What happened on the said day of this incident? How did it happen, starting from the morning of that day?